Welcome back, guys.
Welcome.
Welcome to the podcast. I know we were off last week, but someone went on a vacation.
Yeah.
And just what kind of got to me that week. So we gave you guys a little break, but we're back now.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a normal thing. What do you want to start with? Let's just jump right into it.
The Philadelphia Union move on to semifinals of, I believe it's called the Leagues Cup. I know nothing about soccer. I don't know if that's the real name. We're playing against the Columbus Crew in Philadelphia tomorrow at 7:30. 7 or
Yeah,
7:30.
yeah. I didn't even.
I didn't know
I
the
didn't even
Union
know
were
we were
good.
still playing. I
Yeah.
didn't know we were gonna put the Union in and at all, but here we are.
Yeah. I didn't know the Union were any good, but I guess they are since they're in the semifinals.
I guess so. Again, like we both said, neither of us are soccer fans.
Yeah.
Um, I'm
And we're
starting to get
Americans
into
and
it,
soccer.
but yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's all I
Uh,
got for the Union.
the only other thing I can say about the Union is I know that they have a kid that's like 16. That's all I know.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But
It's really, really good.
apparently, I have no clue. Um, but yeah, I guess. How about we start with Bojas?
Yes.
Let's kick
Yes.
it off with him. The question I want to ask the viewers and you, is he turning the corner?
I believe sending him down to the minors, ever since then, he's been doing better. I think
I
he was
was
just
gonna.
trying to get too much done originally until he realized all I need to do is hit the ball.
Yep. And you know who it's reminding me of?
Who?
Alec Boehm.
Yeah.
In that, 2022 season? Early in the year, it was him and Sa fighting for the last spot.
Yeah.
And Boehm spent, I want to say, a good month down in Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Got his defense up, a normal swing every day, came up, and he's now top 5 in a lot of hitting stats.
Yeah.
And I would say
He's
he's,
one of the best hitters in the
yeah,
league.
I would say he's a top 5 defender to do.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I agree. I don't know with Bohm how many home runs he has right now, but he was even in the home run derby just because of how good of a hitter he's been all year.
Yeah. But back to Rojas. I have his stats from the last 30 days.
Okay.
He's 15 for 48, has 5 RBIs, 4 walks, 11 strikeouts. Those aren't great, but those are going to
Yeah.
come. This next stat is where I see him turning that corner. 4 stolen bases.
Good.
And I didn't put this down in my notes, but I saw it on ESPN when I was looking all this up. Seal caught stealing. So he doesn't have that mental block anymore, like, oh, they want me to run, but I don't think I can do it. But he has a 313 average with a 720 OPS. And a couple good highlight catches,
Yeah.
too.
He's getting better, and it makes me really happy to see we didn't get rid of him.
Yes.
But
But
Luis Robert, I also saw he's been doing really well again. I don't know his stats off the top of my head. No, sorry, he's not doing well. I looked into this. He was 0 for 4, 0 for 5, or 1 for 4, and 1 for 5 every game except for he went 4 for 5 the other way. So,
gotcha.
kind of happy we didn't get him.
Yeah. And again, that team's just so bad
Yeah.
that he was in that spot where like he needed to hit, and
Yeah.
if he wasn't hitting,
I
but
think,
no, what are you gonna say?
like, as of a week or two, maybe a little longer. If the White Sox won out, they would still not get up to 500.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I remember when
almost on
we.
par with the like 7-win Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
That was
I
not
was
a
just
fun
gonna
time
say.
to start watching basketball.
Yeah. But in those last 30 days, the Phillies are 11-17, so we are below 500 since
But
All
still
Star
not
break.
losing the number one spot.
Yeah, we're still 7 games up on the team we're playing tonight and in the
Yeah.
next 2 days. At some point, I think the Mets are going to overtake them for that spot.
Oh,
But
really quick about the Mets. I only have one thing about them. Did you see the kid that was commentating for them
yes,
yesterday?
I
That
saw
was
that
really cool.
today. That was really good.
I don't know
Kid's
if
got
any I don't know if any other teams do that ever, but I think a lot more should start doing stuff like that. That was really cool to listen to.
well, I know in the Philly auction, or yeah, I think that's what they call it. You can enter or
Oh yeah,
bid to
yeah,
win a day in the booth with the radio and the TV.
yeah.
Um,
That'd be
which
really cool.
I every year I look at it, but it's always way, 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 way,
Yeah, like when
way
we were little and we called into the Fanatic, I think, for Chip
94,
Kelly.
94.1
Yeah,
WIP.
yeah. When we called into that for Chip Kelly, we still brag about that.
We do.
However long.
That
Imagine if we
was
were in the booth.
oh, I think we would do pretty good.
Yeah,
I have, um, but one thing that is kind of killing us is Turnbull.
yeah.
Re-injured himself. I think it's the lat. Don't correct me on that. I forgot to put down what he did, but this was during your vacation week.
Yeah,
I just kept it in there.
that one
Um,
sucks. I don't know. I
it's
think I'd take an injured Turnbull over a Walker.
yes.
I would
And
take a
for
12-year-old over Walker.
I would take a baby
Yeah,
over Walker right now.
I think they should just put Stubbs in if we're gonna have Walker pitching.
They would probably do the same thing.
Yeah,
To all be honest.
yeah.
Um,
Do you have Walker
getting
stats?
I do. Um, in his last two starts after his comeback, he's 0-1 in 2 games with a 6.23 ERA, which is not good.
No.
8 innings, 8.2 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 3 home runs allowed, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts, and opponents are batting 242. Which
Wow. 1 in every 4 opponent is getting a
I
hit.
was I was gonna say like every fourth batter
Yeah,
is gonna get a hit.
just under
Or
that.
1 in 4 batters
Yeah.
will get a
Jesus.
hit. Um I hear people calling for his job.
Yeah.
Um
There's no reason for him to be a starting pitcher if he's gonna be pitching like this.
I know we've talked about it over text saying he's not an MLB pitcher.
No,
Um he was never stellar when he was with the Mets. Um
I don't know why he was paid so much. Granted, I
he
wasn't super into baseball at the time, but I don't see why he got paid so much.
yeah, he should have never got paid that much. He's a 4 or 5 starter, just kind of like a guy that gets you 4 or 5
Yeah.
innings, and then your bullpen
Speaking of four
comes
or
in.
five innings, how do you feel about the new proposed rule of pitching 6 innings minimum.
I hate it.
Same.
I absolutely hate it. Um, and the reason is there's games you see them everywhere. We just not we, but MLB fans just saw it with Nick Lodolo against the
Yeah.
Royals. The Reds lost 13-1. He gave up 8 hits in like 2 innings or something like that, and like 6 runs.
Yeah.
Imagine making that guy go 4 more innings. Um,
And he'd be on track to get, I don't know, 20 some runs scored on him.
yeah, it just kills the guy's confidence.
Yeah.
It kills team motivation. Um, it's big when you get a guy that can go out there from your bullpen and get you 4, maybe 5 more shutdown innings. And let your bats go do something.
Yeah.
Or try to go do something. We've seen that with this team too. Um, Tyler Phillip, Kobe Lord, even sometimes with Nola,
Yeah.
or those guys aren't veterans. Like Seth Lugo, I think came out and said, "That's what I pitch," and
Right.
he's one of those veterans that can he has that mindset to be like, okay, small brain, forget it. It's a whole new ball game.
Yeah. It's
This is my
behind
first
us.
inning.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
like I do for cornhole. Cornhole, you say bag in hand. What can you do with this bag? Same
exactly.
thing for pitching. What can I do with this ball?
What can I do with this ball in this inning?
Right.
Not prior innings. Nothing like that.
Right. But at the same time, I know we all hate bullpen games usually, but you need them to give your starters rest.
Yeah, definitely. Um, and again, it it's also going to you bring up a new pitcher, and he is in your rotation.
Not everyone's going to start off like Tyler Phillips started.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, you throw a new guy in your rotation, like the Braves. The ace went down early in the season. Well,
Yeah.
you need a new guy to fill his position, which if you push everyone up, okay, but you still need someone back there. You can't throw a bullpen game every 5 games. Um, and if this guy's in there for 8 games at least,
Yeah.
that's a lot of innings on a young guy.
Right.
He's going to get burnt out very, very
Right.
easily, and he's going to expect to go out there and just throw these crappy games, and you're like, okay, there goes his confidence, and
But
I just don't like it.
I agree. But back to Walker, I this reminded me on no, it was last night actually. I saw on Twitter that last year he was complaining about not being a starting pitcher in the playoffs.
Yep,
He has not proved at any point this season that he deserves to be a starting pitcher in the playoffs, let alone in the regular season.
he did nothing last year, to
Right,
me at least. He did not prove anything
right.
to be a starter, let alone this year. Uh,
If he wasn't getting paid as much, he definitely wouldn't have a job.
yeah.
$70 million is hard to just let go of.
Yeah, especially you come off of an injury and you're throwing a 6.23
Yeah,
ERA. That's Are you still injured? Did you come back too early? Do you just suck? Like,
right.
that's when you have to sit down and be like, okay,
Yeah.
let's rethink this.
Also, speaking on injured Phillies pitchers, I don't know if you saw Ranger Suarez through a sim game.
I do not.
Yeah, at Citizens Bank Park, but they used the fake fan noise from 2020 season. I thought that's like a really interesting way to utilize that.
Yeah.
I completely forgot it existed. I try not to think about that time.
I think a lot of people will do that too.
Yeah. Uh, I think we'll see a lot more teams start using that if they haven't already.
Yeah.
I just never see anything about any of that.
I've definitely seen uh teams throw sim games. Uh, but I've never heard them using crowd noise,
Right.
which maybe that helps him. Maybe they're preparing him
I don't know. What's the
for the
guy's
playoffs.
name?
Who knows?
It's because he's a Braves pitcher. I can't think of. I think it's actually Spencer Strider. He has big mustache, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He was the one that I see this clip of his interview all the time, saying that he hates the fans, like hates listening to the fans.
Uh-huh. Well, look what happened the last two times he's
True.
pitched in Philly. I would hate that too.
Right.
He he gets dominated every time.
Right. Just
Which
weak minded. They're, in my opinion,
maybe
weak minded.
maybe he should do what Ranger's doing and
I say that as I have a noise canceling headset.
well, we're different.
Yeah.
We can't.
We're not getting paid to pitch at a major league
We're
level.
not getting paid millions and millions and
Yeah, to
millions of
do one thing.
dollars.
Yeah.
But staying on the topic of the Phillies, this is another question. Does Rob Thompson need more passion out there?
I don't know. I did just see him smile for one of the first times ever after Sanchez's last game, I think it was. I saw that and I'm like, when have I ever seen this man smile before? But at the same time, it could be kind of a good thing, meaning he just wants business done at all times.
Yeah.
But also, he hasn't had much reason to smile with how bad the Phillies were doing.
Yeah.
We were frustrated, so I'm sure he was very frustrated.
And I kind of say this, shouldn't throw Rob Thompson out there, but like, who needs to be that energy guy? Like,
Yeah,
in our dynamic, our duo, all of our life, I feel like I've always been
you definitely are.
I don't want to say like the energy, but like you're more chill than I am.
Yeah, I like to listen.
You like to listen, I like to talk. That's why
Yep,
we work.
right.
That's why this is a thing.
Yeah,
But
I
who's
think
gonna
it.
be that energy guy?
Yeah, I think it was Rhys Hoskins. Like when you said that, in my head it clicked. Maybe it was Rhys Hoskins.
Right? And unfortunately we don't have him.
I don't think it was Whit Merrifield because we did start off really well. After he left, we didn't do very well. Funny thing
I don't
about Whit
know.
Merrifield, though, since July 12th, he has 55 at bats, 13 hits, one double, one home run, two RBIs, batting 236. Weston Wilson, 40 at bats, 15 hits, two doubles, three home runs, hitting for the cycle once, seven RBIs, batting 375.
I will take that.
Yeah.
And that's another question. After that cycle, I know everyone's gonna be like, well, it was against the Nationals
Right.
or Marlins. One of the
Marlins.
two.
I think I honestly don't know. That
I
last
think
two
it was the
series blended
Marlins.
really well together.
But they're like, well, it was a sucky team.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of people did with Michael Lorenzen's.
Yeah.
no hitter last year. Both of those accomplishments are hard to do, no
Right.
matter who it's again.
Yeah. I think besides him and JT, the last one happened like 2008, I believe,
The last one
for the
was
Phillies.
2003.
That was even further
I
than I thought.
think. I know the last one at Citizens Bank Park was
Yeah.
2003, and it was now Reds manager David Bell,
Yep.
which I think that's kind of ironic,
Oh,
but
I completely agree. But since we were talking about Nationals Marlins, in that homestand, two losses that we had were both Taiwan Walker starts.
yeah,
That's, I think, the last thing I'll say about Taiwan Walker. But um, I just don't like him.
I would rather have Turnbull out there, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Well, even then, for the playoffs, we'll have a four pitcher rotation.
Maybe. I know the past couple years it's been a 3, but
Oh yeah. Ooh, that'll be really difficult if everyone's injured. Who
yeah,
would be the three?
I have no clue.
Because Sanchez is doing really well, but also if
You,
Suarez comes back from injury and is doing well, they're not going to get rid of Wheeler or Nola.
you could do it for, but I was also thinking about this a little earlier. I don't even have this down. Um, in 2022, we had Suarez in the bullpen. He closed
Yeah,
out a lot of big games for us,
yeah, I forgot
and
about
we
that.
made it to the World Series. Last year, he was part of the starting rotation. It was him, Nola, and Wheeler, and we only
Yeah,
made it to the NLCS.
but at the same time, Sanchez also has a lot of
He has a lot of bad
experience
games
relieving.
too. Yeah,
Like,
but
say Wheeler's not doing well and we're in the second inning down four. We could bring Sanchez in and he'll pitch the next 5 innings.
yeah, but I think the reason why they went out and got Estevez, which
Yeah,
he hasn't really proved himself yet, but
I'm
new
sure he'll come in. He's
environment
getting
he
used to the
will.
whole environment.
Tanner Banks, all these relievers. The reason why I think we went out and got them is more of like, hey, Strom, uh, Hoffman, they can go in earlier, get
Yeah,
them to that spot, and then these guys can be pitching what Hoffman or Strom's pitching.
yeah.
Or it
Strami
might be the
Pastrami.
other way. Who knows?
Yeah. Speaking of Phillies relievers, Hector Neris was just released by the Orioles. Would
Cubs.
we want to see him come back?
No.
Okay. I don't know what his stats have been. I don't know. I think
Um,
this was earlier today that he was released.
yeah,
Like, he
not
was
good.
released for good reason, but
He was DFA for a certain reason.
yeah.
So, but now playoffs are gonna look different than they have. Um, and maybe sorry to stay on this, but maybe we do throw a full pitcher out
Yeah.
there.
I
Maybe
honestly don't think it would hurt.
maybe these guys are getting tired. Maybe the
Yeah.
pitching hasn't been there because it's only 3 players, two
Yeah.
days, which
Which round one is best of five, right?
best of 3.
Oh,
So the wild card
even yeah.
round is best of 3. So you got to win 2. Um, After that, it's best 3 out of 5, and then 7-7
Okay.
next 2 rounds.
Yeah. All we can really do is wait. We got to make sure everyone's healthy.
Yes.
And that'll answer the question as well. But I would love to hear someone actually ask Rob Thompson this question on what the starting rotation would look like for the playoffs.
Yeah. Also, saying on the playoffs, I like what he did Sunday. He
What was that?
gave Vice and JT a true off day.
Oh, yeah.
I know these guys are making millions and millions and millions, but any sport's tough on your body.
Right. Catching is really tough, especially
yeah.
on your knees. And even Harper, he's first base just to help him stay healthier.
Yes.
For longer.
And just like the pitchers, let's just try to keep everyone healthy.
Yeah.
Like, Hayes, take your time getting back. We're good without you for now, but you're going to be a big asset in the playoffs. So make sure you get healthy, you stay healthy, so we have you for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Everyone
complains when, like, yes, JT or Bryce could have came in the pinch hit late in that game, but at the same time, we're the 1 seed.
Yeah.
MLB Power Rankings came out. We're still ranked number 1.
Yeah.
If we lose a game, we lose a game. It's not like we're going to drop 5 spots.
It was a meaningless game.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
It's an easy game to make back up.
Right.
Now
should be an easy game.
Say this was the Braves series. I could see where you're getting a little mad because they're behind us, or like a Mets series. But it's a meaningless Washington game. Would have loved to see them win, but
yeah. I was gonna say, is Washington even gonna make the wild card? No, I can answer that. No, I don't think they're possible to make the wild card.
There's no way.
Right. See, I don't know any of these rankings. I barely follow anyone outside of the Phillies. But one thing I did see outside the Phillies, I've been seeing a lot of Orioles fans on Twitter complaining about Kimbrel.
As they should.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. As we were all saying when they signed him, I kind of feel bad for him, but I don't.
I don't. They knew what they were getting themselves into. Yeah. And they still wanted to.
Excuse me.
But yeah, Washington, I just looked it up, is 10.5 games.
Cool.
So, for one team, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams to go on 10-game losing streaks all at the same time is like damn near impossible.
Right. We say impossible, but almost every other team sucked at the same time the Phillies were sucking.
That's true. But that's
still including the Nationals, I believe.
Being 10 games out. So.
Right.
I did want to bring this up. Do you know who the NL Player of the Week was last week?
No, I don't.
He was a Philly. Want to try to guess who? You want me to tell you?
Christopher Sanchez.
Nope.
I have no idea.
Trey Turner.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Trey Turner. Let me see if I can quickly pull up his stats. Yeah, so Trey Turner was Player of the Week. We can talk about this while I try to pull it up. Just like every other player, he had was it 1 or 2? He had a pretty cool bat this weekend.
I didn't see his bat.
No, wait, I'm thinking of Bryce.
I was gonna say Bryce's kids drew on his bats.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Marsh had his own face on his bat.
What was?
I love it.
stay loose and
Yeah,
sexy.
at the top it had a headband that said that. I would buy a mini bat of that. If they wanted to make a lot of money, they should sell those bats as mini bats.
Did you see the? And this place can sponsor us if they want. The Phillies New Era store, the team store, are selling mini pencil bats with the Phillies logo on it.
Really?
Yes, I
I
saw
might have
it
to buy one of those next
on
time I
the
go to a game.
Instagram. Or not hashtag at Phillies New Era team store.
Yeah,
I believe it is. So go follow them.
yeah.
Stay up to date
They got
on
a bunch
all
of sales
the
all the time too.
yeah
Almost every game.
sales, whatever inventory they have, they post everything on there. But yeah, they have a mini bat. I would say,
Yeah,
the daycare bat that could be a cool mini bat.
yeah. Did you see all of Stott's bats? I think he had 4 different ones.
I know he had a pencil,
Yep,
the daycare.
yep.
I don't know the other two.
I forget one of them, but the other one of the two, the only one I remember, which is my favorite bat anyone had all weekend, blue lightsaber bat. The top blue half glows in the dark.
That's sick.
Right. If I can, I'll put up a picture right in the middle of us. I guess that'll be over there. Yeah.
Yeah. um. But anyway, on to Trey Turner, which I didn't know this, but this is pretty cool. He's batting 311 on the season with
Wow.
14 home runs. He's
Wow.
fifth in average.
Nice.
Last 7 days, 5 games played, 10 hits on 21 at bats, 3 doubles, a home run, 4 RBIs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts.
Wow.
Um, and in those 7 games or 7 days, he was batting 476 with a 1.262 OPS, which deserves
Right.
a
No, I didn't. I feel
uh
bad that I didn't realize he was doing as well as he was.
he's that like sneaky player where like he just starts doing good
Yeah.
and you don't realize until you hear, oh, he's player of the week.
Right.
Um but I just pulled up Weston's stats. In the last 7 days, he's 6 for 11, 1 double, one
Over
triple, 1
500.
home run, 3 RBIs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 1 stolen base. Oh, sorry, reading the wrong stat line. 6 for 11, 1 double, 1 triple, 1 home run, 1 RBI, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 1 stolen base, batting 545 with a 1.674 OPS, which is pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it
On the
is.
season, he's batting 347 or 41 with almost a with a 9.98 OPS.
I was really expecting to say Christopher Sanchez because I believe he pitched a complete game,
He
right?
did
Yeah.
again.
And for anyone that follows me on Twitter, I don't know if you saw me say this. I replied to someone. I said, I'm predicting Christopher Sanchez to pitch a no hitter. I believe he pitches Thursday. Like, it would be pretty cool if I predict that,
That would be awesome.
right? Especially against the Braves.
Yes,
I think in his head he knows he's competing for a playoff rotation spot.
and he's damn good. He knows he can do it.
Oh yeah.
I did have that. Um, and we'll get to our preview for this.
Yeah.
Week coming up. He does pitch Thursday. Last game in Atlanta. Um, 7:15 game.
Oh, 7:15 game. So after our road trip, the latest the Phillies game will start this year is 8, well, for the regular season, 8:10 Eastern time. I'm
and
so
that's the
happy about that.
very next game
Yep.
against Kansas City, which
Yeah.
Kansas City is going to be a hard matchup.
Oh yeah. They're
They're
Bobby
a
Witt,
sneaky
right?
good team, and Houston might be a little tough.
Houston's Houston. Kansas City has Bobby Witt, right?
Yes,
Okay, I made sure I was thinking of the right person. I've been
his
seeing
crown
a
bat.
lot. Yeah, I've been seeing a few people that are thinking of voting for him for MVP.
I could see it. He's boy's got talent. Let's
Yeah,
just say that.
yeah,
But yet they don't have any big matchups left, other than that Kansas City and Houston and more Atlanta, one more series at home. We got an ESPN and a Fox.
Okay.
Ooh, we got one more Sunday night baseball
Oh, nice.
against the Braves, so should be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah,
We've got TBS tonight. We'll be on TBS.
yeah.
And then Thursday
I
we'll be on
honestly did
Fox.
not know until last year. I think during the playoffs last year is when I found out TBS is Atlanta based, I believe. I didn't know that before playoffs last year.
I did not know that.
But
I
that's why there's
know.
so many Braves games on it.
Gotcha. I know that there was some of the announcers, but I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
But back to how we were talking about complete games. Guess, well, which team do you think has the most complete games pitched this year?
I think I saw the same thing as you. It's
Probably.
us.
Yeah.
We have 5 of them.
We have 5. The AL East in total has 4. NL West has 4. The rest of the AL East sorry, we're in the NL. The rest of the NL East combined has 3. AL Central 3, AL West 3, and NL Central has 2. I honestly forgot we pitched that many complete games this year.
Well, Nola had one.
Yep.
Think
Nola had
Wheeler
one,
had one.
Sanchez had one. Probably.
Sanchez just had one.
Suarez had one, didn't he?
I think Suarez, and then Tyler Phillips.
Yes.
I think he's the 5th.
Yeah.
Because it was on was it
I think.
on or was it around Cole Hamels retirement night?
Yeah. I think that's when it was.
I think it was that weekend.
Yeah.
Or that day. One of the two. Drop it down in the comments when it was.
Yeah.
Fact check us.
I can fact check it later too.
But think just all I have left is just a preview.
All right,
this
do we
week.
do that now? Actually,
Yeah.
Before we do that, I want to shine light on Derek Hall. Down in Lehigh Valley, he is now holds the franchise record in Lehigh Valley for most RBIs. It
Didn't
was
we
261.
just get rid of him?
We did, but I think he came back because no one signed him.
Gotcha.
I brought that up at work the other day when it happened, and that's the same response I got. Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Right.
He probably won't be up here much, but
Yeah. His positions are full.
yeah. unless he can figure out where
Right.
else to go.
Did you see Monty's ankle,
Yes.
where all the inside the Parkers originate from, pretty much?
Yes. What, it's for Dave Montgomery?
I don't know. I think we have to look that up.
Um, he was something.
Yeah, David Montgomery. You're right.
David Montgomery, yep.
Isn't he a football player too?
It is a football player.
It's
But yeah,
with how hard it is to become a professional athlete. It's kind of funny how many players have similar names. Like
right?
Lamar Jackson got released the other day. No, it's not the quarterback. It's some Lamar Jackson on another NFL team. Or Josh Allen. There's one of those on the Jaguars and the Bills.
Offense and defense.
Right.
Um,
Or Michael Jordan and Michael B. Jordan.
the just right there.
Yeah.
But talking about minor leagues and stuff like that, I don't know if you saw this today, but Austin Hayes will rehab down in Lehigh Valley.
Ooh.
Um,
When's that?
it started today.
Okay.
I guess the next game he'll be playing him. I don't know that much. But Tyler Gilbert was, or his contract was selected because we transferred Turnbull to the 60-day IL, which
Okay.
sucks. But
Yeah.
um,
Do they have any idea when he'll be back? Or is it just like he just got injured? We have no idea yet.
we probably have no idea right now.
Okay. It sucks because I think he's a free agent after this year.
Yeah, but we might be able to get him cheaper because of
True.
his injuries this year,
Yeah.
and that helps us. But let's get to some previews.
All
This week
right.
we've got Wheeler on the bump tonight. I can see if I can pull up because we are recording on August 20th, Tuesday.
So like an hour before the game.
About.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, it's a TBS game. Trying to see if I can find the lineup.
Sorry, I was writing something down.
Where do I find it on ESPN?
I don't know. I don't
Why
usually
am I
use ESPN.
struggling? Oh, here we go. I see it. So we've got Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm,
I think that's been
Castellanos,
our top four for a few weeks now, pretty much.
pretty much. Like Castellanos back in the 5.
Yeah.
So we have Castellanos start, Remuto, Marsh, and Mojas.
Okay, Marsh is back down
Which
in the 8, but he's back in the lineup.
Marsh is doing okay.
Him and Stock can't hit back-to-back home runs. It's like when he's down there.
Yeah. Well, now Stott, JT, and Marsh can hit back to
Yes.
back to back.
And then Rojas.
And then
Now,
Rojas.
Stott walks, JT walks, Marsh walks, and then Rojas gets his first grand
Willie
slam.
Bomb.
That'd be pretty cool.
I like this lineup.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially going in, especially tonight. Schwarber against a pitcher, Lopez. Never heard of him in my life.
Yeah.
He's hitless, so maybe we can get his first hit today. Turner's batting 375.
With the lineup, with our top four staying the same and Rojas batting last, I'm not saying Rojas is our worst hitter or anything. I just like him there because he has that speed if Schwarber comes up. Schwarber hits
Mm-hmm.
a blooper single. Rojas can get all the way to third if he's on purpose.
Yes.
But with any lineup with Castellanos, Stott, JT, and Marsh, any of them anywhere from 5 through 8, I think perfect lineup for us.
Yeah, I like Castellanos in the 5 there. Did you? I want to cut in here. See the miraculous, somehow acrobatic boom catch he made
Yes.
at first base the other day.
Yes. I am definitely putting that on the screen.
There's this one picture, and if I find it, I'll send it to you. There's just a crowd behind him. His legs are sprawling out, and there's people pointing at him,
Yeah.
cheering.
No,
That's the
saw,
picture we got to use.
yes. No, I saw someone made a thread zooming in on all the different fans and their reactions. This one older lady was just filming it on her phone like this.
Yep.
No expression. Another guy looked like he just died inside. And everyone else just seemed super excited.
Was that the Phillies fan in the first row in the red jersey? He just kind of looked like he was like,
Yeah. Yep.
he was like, what's
He
happening?
did not want to be there.
Then get out.
Yeah. Give tickets to someone who wants to be there.
Yeah.
I'll
I would
gladly
love
go
to be in
another
that
game.
spot.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of great hitting. Castellanos is the only one that has seen this guy a lot. He has 35 at bats against him. He's batting 314.
If Castellanos is hitting 314, it's pretty good.
Harper's seen him once and is 0 for 1. So, Bohm's 1 for 4 against this guy. JT's 2 for 4 against this guy. So,
All
we
right.
should see.
Yeah. I think we'll win tonight.
Atlanta is currently winning the season series.
Not for long.
Not like you said, not for long. We're on a 2-game losing streak against them. The last time they beat us 6-0, but that's not going to happen this time.
Right.
They are out there for blood.
Yes.
Team stats, the ERA is actually the same, 371 ERA for both teams.
That cannot happen that often.
No. They have 10 more home runs than us. We have almost 100 more hits than them, so this should be a good series.
Yeah.
We got Nola on the bump tomorrow. The 21st.
As we said, Sanchez on Thursday.
Sanchez on Thursday.
Is this
on
a
Fox.
3 or 4 game series?
3 game.
Okay.
And then we.
I think we'll go 2-1.
I think we lose Nola's start.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I think we'll win tonight. Like I said, Sanchez no hitter, so we'll win.
Oh yeah. I'll put it out there right now. You know what? I'm changing.
Okay.
We're sweeping. They have so many injuries right now. I forgot about it.
Yeah,
Travis Sunno's day to day.
Yeah.
Toffoli.
So we should.
I don't know how to say his name. Is on a 7-day IL.
Yeah. They're gonna have the B team out there.
Yeah, Soler day to day with a hamstring, but he's not projected to be back until Thursday. Albies still out. You still don't have Acuna, all that.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna sweep.
Yeah.
We're gonna win 5-0 tonight.
How many injuries they had? I am not predicting score because Phillies are unpredictable.
Just saying, we're
We
gonna
might
win
score
5-0
1,
tonight.
we might score 20. Neither surprise me anymore.
That's true. We're gonna win 5-0. Which this year we have not shut them out, so we're due for that. We've only won game 3 and 4, both close games. But no, we're gonna win 5-0. We're
Yeah.
gonna go 8, and we're just gonna have a party tonight.
Yeah.
Season series though. First game we lost 9-3. Game 2 we lost 12-4.
I was there for their first win.
Game 3 was 5-4. I do remember you at the game. And then we won 8-6. Game 4. Game 5 we lost 5-1. And game 6 we lost 6-0.
Yeah.
So this is
We'll see.
bounce back series.
Yeah.
We're gonna be up
100% is.
5-4 after
keep
this
our
week.
momentum rolling.
I don't want to say we kind of have to, but we kind of have to because it's everyone's favorite day, Friday. Taiwan Walker start
Oh God.
against Kansas City,
No.
which I
think we should just leave him in Atlanta.
just DFA him. Just leave him there.
We know Atlanta's going to sign him, so just leave him there.
Yeah.
Just like they did with Witt.
Just like they did with who?
Witt.
Oh yeah. Just leave him there.
Yeah.
But we don't see anyone too.
Yeah, we went over the upcoming schedule in the last 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah, and we did today, but we don't see any big pitchers. Maybe Max Fried.
Yeah.
Walker is not.
Yeah, I'm not very
maybe
worried about it.
Lugo on Sunday, but other than that, I don't.
I got one baseball thing, and that's it left.
Got
The Phillies are paying one player still that's not on our team anymore. Players on deferred payment plan. I will give you 3 guesses really quick. Who you think that player could be? Not currently playing at all, as far as I know.
Not currently playing.
Right.
Who
He
did we
was
give
on our team in the last 2 or 3 years.
Who did we give a big contract to?
Yeah, 3 guesses. Make them a little quicker.
Can I get a quick hint?
He's someone we could actually buy his jerseys for up until last year. Last year, I almost bought his jersey just because why not? I don't know enough about the guy to give more hints. He's a little before my getting into baseball time period.
Could have bought his jersey. Doesn't play. We had him in the past couple years. Robertson.
Nope. I think he was an all-star at some point. Not on our team, though.
Oh, God.
Infielder. I think.
Infielder.
Okay. I think.
Gene Segura?
Nope.
Oh.
He was signed by the Orioles minor league team. I don't know if I said that last time.
Oh, I did not know that. Last guess.
Yep, make it count.
Could be a catcher?
No.
But
position player.
Position player. Could be first base?
No,
huh?
I don't think so.
Is it Didi?
Yep.
What's still? He's down in Mexico.
$2 million through 2026.
I didn't know that.
So while looking at this, like this list of players, the Reds are still paying Ken Griffey Jr.
Yep.
just until the end of this year. I
It's last year.
completely forgot about that. The Astros are still playing Zach Greinke.
And he's still making millions with other teams?
Yeah.
No.
I was going to say, he's the second highest paid player. He's getting $12.5 million. Max Scherzer is getting paid by the Nationals $15 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
How many
But
teams he got paid for?
former Philly Didi Gregorius brings me into our next former Phillies. Well, former Philly athletes, not Phillies. Ben Simmons and Matisse Thybulle were working out together.
Ooh, you know he was my favorite.
Yep.
I loved Matisse.
And Simmons was my favorite till he just up and left.
I was the one that say there's two Phillies, not Phillies, Philly sports um players that I never got high on. Like I knew they were a bust from
Yeah.
the minute they got them. And that was Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz wasn't even bust. His was just injuries.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
And they proved me right.
Yeah, they did.
Um,
Ben
but
Simmons still makes me upset.
yeah.
It's stupid.
So I'm guessing you want to get on the Sixers here?
Yeah, why not?
Um,
Who did the Sixers sign?
I always forget how you pronounce his name.
I don't even know if it's right. But it's
Yahama Shahumi?
I think it's how you pronounce it. It's Jirashan Yabusele.
That's
Now
right.
he's already been in the NBA. I know he was on the Celtics at one point, but I really hope that the Olympics gave him a little bit more confidence, and the Sixers in general. I hope they gave them more confidence on being able to use him.
Confidence. The boy damn near dunked over the king.
Right. Like, he could have some really big upside for us. He could end up starting at the end of the season. I don't know. He could end up starting. We could end up waiving him halfway through the year.
That's that kind of player that's like.
Yeah. He signed
Could
a
go
1
anyway.
year, I believe, $2.5 million deal. In my opinion, it's like a proof to the league type of contract. Like, I'm taking 1 year, like Kelly Oubre Jr. did last offseason. He took a 1 year deal close to the minimum so I can prove to either the Sixers or other teams that he's worth a bigger contract.
We re-signed Kelly, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because he was a big part of
Sixers actually
last
had a
year's team.
pretty good offseason. But I'm going to wait to talk about that until closer to the season starts.
Yeah.
Just in case they make more moves. Like, they do have an empty roster spot yet. Will they sign someone? Maybe. I could also see them waiting until the season starts to see who gets waived.
Yeah. Who gets waived, who gets injured.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
But speaking of the Sixers offseason, Charles Barkley was on Paul George's podcast, and Barkley thinks the Sixers had the best offseason out of any team in the league.
I'll piggyback off that. I think they did, especially the draft.
Yeah.
I like the kid from Duke, even though I like North Carolina more.
Yeah, McCain.
Yeah, Jared McCain. And who's the guy they got in the second round? I can't think of his name.
Adam Bonner. Or
yes.
Burnett, I don't know.
He's going to be a good piece too. I feel like.
I think Bonner can definitely become a very, very good role player in this NBA, especially on the Sixers. McCain, if he's as good of a shooter as he was in college, he can be a really good role player as well, even end up being a really good point guard.
I was going to say, I could see him, if he gets through this year, being a good 6-man.
Yep.
Just being that. Let's bring him right back up. Matisse Thybulle. I
Yeah.
could see him being that type of player.
Well, he's not nearly as good of a defender as Matisse.
Well, yeah,
Matisse
but
is averaging almost 2 steals a game, I believe.
is he still in Portland,
I think so.
or did he get moved?
I think he's still in Portland. If he's not in Portland, then he's a free agent. But he didn't even play for Australia's Olympic team this year.
I saw that.
I honestly do not know why.
Maybe I don't know.
Are you looking up Matisse?
Yeah,
Okay. I think I looked it up the other day, and he was on the Trailblazers.
can't spell for crap though. Current team: Portland Trailblazers. Number 4, short guard.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah,
still on the Trailblazers.
I've always loved him.
Oh, same.
Uh,
I still regret us getting rid of him.
yeah. But a little bit of Sixers news I have.
Yeah.
Is the schedule
Yeah.
got released.
Over the next couple weeks, we have a couple months until the season even starts. Off of the show, I want us both to look at the schedule and make our predictions. And then we'll come on here and talk about what we did. We're not going to go through all 82 games. We'll
Yeah.
say like what we think the record will be and talk about a few key matchups. Like we start off against the Bucks, I believe.
Yes. We open with the Bucks on the 22nd. And I might have to, for the podcast, because I will be for the Eagles. Maybe we will do a live TikTok, social media. So you're gonna make sure you follow all the social medias: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Maybe we'll interview some Sixers fans
Oh
when
yeah,
they're
an
out here in
Xfinity Live or
Indiana.
something.
What was that?
An Xfinity Live or something.
Well, that or up at I'll take a trip up to Indiana. It's like an hour and a half from where I'm from.
Yeah.
Just interview some fans.
It'd be pretty cool.
But we do see, I will point out some key cool matchups. We do see the Lakers November 4th. Monday, November 4th.
Okay. It's the Lakers. They don't scare me all that much. If they have LeBron and Anthony Davis, that's about it.
Yeah.
And I love
We
LeBron,
don't see
but he's
Boston
just old.
until Christmas Day.
Wow.
It's the first game against Boston.
Wow.
Maybe if I come in for Christmas, maybe
That could be
we will
pretty
think
cool.
about going up to Boston, watching a game, and then do like a podcast of our reactions after.
I don't want to
Other
get
than
too into
that,
the season yet.
Hmm?
I don't want to get too into the season yet. I want to save that for our predictions.
yeah,
But to speak on one other offseason thing for the Sixers, sorry, Embiid and the Sixers have started contract negotiations for an
I did see
extension.
that.
I hope he signs long term. I know he gets injured and stuff, but he's the best player the Sixers have seen in a long time since Allen Iverson.
He's just the again, going back to when we were talking about this with the Phillies, he's just that vibe player.
Yeah.
He's the guy that gives all the vibes out, and I saw it when he was getting his gold medal. The fans
Yep.
crowd laid into him, and he's just kind of throwing his hands up, telling him to give it to him, and you see Katie, you see LeBron,
Yeah,
you see
literally the
Coy,
entire team.
everyone putting their hands up, kind of being like, "Come on, give it to him a little bit
Yeah,
more," and they're
I
all
don't.
smiling.
Yeah, I don't understand why France fans hate him so much. Because one, France has two centers, Gobert and Wembanyama, but Joel, I believe, has never even lived in France.
He is not.
Yeah, they.
Cameroon and the United States.
Yeah, France for immigrants from Cameroon, I believe, like they offer their citizenship,
Yes,
and that's what he has or had.
Cameroon is
He was just a
a
U.S. citizen.
um. It's like the Virgin Islands, kind of, where
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're connected.
right.
Um,
Speaking of Embiid and Cameroon, Embiid received his Order of Valor from Cameroon.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. See, I don't know everything that goes into that, but I'm sure not a lot of the sports players get those from countries.
Oh, definitely not. Um, one thing I
He,
do want to say about Embiid, I heard this. I want to say the other week. I did not know he started playing basketball when he was 14.
yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
saw, I think it was a TikTok of Team USA. Someone was asking them how old they were when they had their first dunk. Embiid and AD were next to each other, and Embiid goes, I think I was 17. And AD looks at him like he's crazy, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you started super late." But Embiid played volleyball his whole
Yeah, maybe next year he goes wins the Olympics
life.
gold medal. Oh, sorry, next Olympics he wins gold in volleyball.
Yeah, he is hoping to play for Cameroon. I think he said that as long as Cameroon makes it, he would be planning to play for Cameroon, which I think everyone in the U.S. would respect him for that.
Oh yeah, that's his
He
home
just didn't
country,
have that
but
option this year.
but yeah. Looking at the schedule though, nothing pops out like
Yeah,
we do get to see Wemby versus Embiid again. You get to see that matchup.
yeah, we
Um,
play every team at least once or twice.
it's gonna. I think it's gonna be fun when you see Katie come play against Embiid after they just won gold
Oh, I
together.
agree. They've been friends with each other for a couple of years, but I think being on Team USA brought all those players even closer together.
Yes. Now I'm not gonna get too deep into any of these because, like you said, we will do
Yeah,
the
we'll talk about it all more when we do our predictions.
but on October 30th, guess who will be back in Philly to play against the Sixers?
James Harden.
Tobias Harris.
Oh, I forgot he was on the
Detroit.
Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you for finding that because I didn't even notice that when I looked at their schedule.
I just have the schedule pulled up right here and I was like, oh. And then Harden's on Clippers, right?
Yeah.
We play him November 5th.
Oh yeah. When
So
yeah, I'm not getting into it more. I was gonna say what I think we'll do in the first 10, but I'm not even gonna get into that yet.
yeah.
You
Look
got
over it
anything else
more.
for the Sixers?
Hmm?
You got anything else for the Sixers?
Um just hoping that they hold on to and be just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Like if we lose the second round again, I really hope we don't. If we do, then it might be time to blow it up, get some
Yeah.
stuff. But Embiid is my favorite basketball player of all time. when I was in elementary school is when he was drafted. I've been watching him pretty much my entire time of growing up and watching basketball.
He's again, he can be very comparable to um Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
And he brings people downtown to come watch him.
Right.
But other than that, I have no more Sixers.
All right. You want to bring us to the Eagles or should I?
I got it.
Okay.
Um,
Now, before you say that, I don't want to speed us along too much, but just want to give you a heads up my phone might die.
okay. Well, so like an hour and 12 minutes. So
Oh, yeah. We need to finish it up so everyone doesn't have too much to watch.
yeah, I'm gonna throw a little flyers
Okay.
out there
Yeah, go for it.
because we're about a month. So I'll do that after the Eagles.
Oh, no. Go Flyers now.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
I have my charger here. I'm going to try and see if I can get it to work.
okay. Um, a little flyers. Update. Nothing too much. Preseason starts in about a month. Um, Other than that, nothing too big.
Yeah.
I
I don't think
know
the hockey off season was nearly as big as any other sports.
it's really not. Um, without getting too deep into it, um, goalies, I would try to go get one. There's a good uh Nashville goalie that was in the minors that doesn't want to be there anymore. We have Ivan Vedorov, Sam Earson, two great options. But go see if you can get another one. That's pretty much it.
All right.
But yeah. So you want to jump to
The Eagles.
Eagles?
Start off with former Eagle receiver Greg Ward. He signed with the Colts. I know many Eagles fans are worried about who our wide receiver 3 is going to be. And just saying all that, I forgot Greg Ward was even in the NFL anymore.
I didn't even know he was.
Cornerbacks. Isaiah Rodgers is likely considered to be the front runner to start opposite field of Darius Slay. The battle for the spot is between him and Keely Ringo, sorry. And they said Kenyon Mitchell appears on track to be the Eagles' starting slot cornerback.
What about Cooper DeJean?
Safety.
I just obviously don't
I
know
think he's a
anything.
safety. I think he's a safety.
I thought he was a cornerback.
I still don't know what's happening with Bradbury. I did see former Eagle Jalen Mills, the Green Goblin. He was released by the Giants. Saw some fans saying maybe we bring him back, but you still have Avonte Maddox.
Yeah.
You have James Bradbury. You don't really need another. I don't want to say mid, but mid quarterback.
Yeah. I see that.
The only other thing I have is this pretty interesting fact of in 2009, Jeremiah Trotter Sr. returned for one last season with the Eagles. His first game back against the Buccaneers was against quarterback Josh Johnson. Now, in Trotter Jr.'s first preseason game a couple weeks ago, guess who he sacked?
Webb.
Josh Johnson, same quarterback 15 years later.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It's cool that father and son sacked the same quarterback, but I'm honestly impressed that Josh Johnson, backup quarterback, maybe even third or fourth string quarterback, is still holding on to the league in a way.
Yeah, that's
It
pretty
honestly surprised me.
surprising. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the word, but that's a good word.
Right.
Surprising.
You got anything else?
The one thing I have, and the only thing I have, is Lane Johnson dropped a little
Yes.
bomb on us.
Yeah.
Lane Johnson has confirmed that there'll be a third Lyman Christmas album coming
Now,
out
do
this
you
year.
think Jason Kelsey would be on it?
That's the question I was going to ask you. I say yes.
Yeah.
My bigger question was, is Taylor Swift going to be on it?
Oh God.
Is she going to
I didn't
make
even think about that.
a feature?
That's honestly a really good question.
Like,
Imagine how
you know
many
how
views
last
and
year,
listens and stuff they would get.
you know how last year it was Jason and Travis
Yeah.
on that one song? Imagine like Jason and Taylor,
Right.
or like,
See, I see a lot of rappers and what their features cost. I don't know what Taylor Swift would cost, if it would cost anything, but at the same time, that could probably cost upwards of 500,000, if not more.
yeah. I was also kind of thinking like, hey, we're kind of family now,
Right.
so
I mean, if
um,
Travis proposes to her, then I could see it happening, or much more likely to happen.
yeah.
That's honestly a really good point that I would have never thought
I kind of just thought about it now,
of.
but yeah.
I
If
guess we'll be able to tell based on if Jason's on it or not.
yes, if any of the linemen want to come on the pod and help us out, maybe
Oh, I
Jason
think
Kelsey.
that we should try and get in contact with social media people for the album, just to see if we can like not preview it, but listen to it and give people our opinions before it comes out. I think that would be pretty cool.
Stay tuned to the pod
Yeah.
in December.
What, 4 months away?
4 months away.
Yeah, 4 months, 5 days until Christmas.
Um, Kylie Kelsey, you're welcome anytime too.
Yep.
You would give us the beef too, or the gossip. I
Yeah.
don't know where I was going with that,
I don't know.
but no. How long are they gonna go with these albums? Do you think?
Not until it gets older. I could see them doing. This might be their last one. I don't see them going more than five.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we think we cap it at 5?
Right. 3 or 5. I don't see them stopping at 4. It'll be 3 or 5.
Yeah,
All right. You got anything else?
I do not.
All
Just
right. Thank you guys for listening. Whoever listens, we will hopefully see you next week. Follow our socials, and you'll see more updates. See ya.
down in the comments.